Hello friends, today we will be discussing mortgage loans, residential mortgage loans, which are four types of loan which is mainly used for almost 80% of the loans. Let's go through in detail one by one. Let's start with conventional loan, which is almost 67% of the loan. Most of you fall into that category. So I have put a chart which you can refer to it, cut it, paste it in your photos or notes or wherever. But going briefly over it, I'm going to say on a conventional loan, the rate today and rate changes every day once, and sometimes it has changed even 5 or 6 times a day. So let's just assume the most normal is every day you will see a new rate sheet coming from the bank. For conventional loan, we are talking about average minimum. Average minimum score is 680, but it does not mean that you have to have 680 score. You can even have a FICO score of 620. And when I talk about average, I'm going to stick to average and give you the other details as to what is the maximum loan amount, okay, under conventional. It's now in Fort Bend County, $750,000. Please refer to your county chart and go on Google or Chrome and type minimum amount for your county where you live, because every county has a different price set by conventional, which is called a conforming amount. What it means is if you go over it, it falls into jumbo loan. So now going back to conventional loan, the first question comes is gift is allowed? Yes. Do you have a mortgage insurance? Yeah. If you take the minimum percent down payment, which is 3%, then you will have a private mortgage insurance. But if you pay 20%, then there will be no private mortgage insurance. Do you need a reserve? Not necessarily. Only certain time if you're on a lower spectrum of 620, then they will ask you, the underwriter likes to see typically 2 months reserve in your bank. It could be in 401k, IRA, mutual fund, or regular fund in savings account. Everything is allowed, okay, as your reserve. All it means is if there are a couple of months of going down with your income, you are able to survive from your savings account or 401k account. Okay. What is the monthly MI percentage? They range from 1.875. They go highest as 1.875, and 1.5 is the minimum. It's quite high, just know that. And so now let's go to quickly on jumbo loans, and we'll go fast. I'm talking about the average, okay? I'll talk about exception allowed, but then everything else will change and you will have to check with your lender. So if you have a 700 score on a jumbo, it's very doable on a jumbo loan, which is above the limit of 765,000, but less than 1.5 million. Most of the bank will stop at 1.5 million. Now, that means that you can go to other bank if you need a more loan like that. Now, jumbo loans, minimum down payment is 10%, but the best is 20%. Mostly the banks will ask for 20% down payment on a jumbo loan. So you have to have a 20% down to get the best rate. I'm telling you, 10% will have some interest rate hit, which we call it as a higher interest rate. Do you need a reserve? Yes, it's always good to keep a reserve. And sometimes they can ask for 6-month reserve. In my career of being a loan mortgage, I've seen. If you have excellent score about 740, sometimes it does not require a reserve. What about the mortgage upfront MIP or monthly MIP? As long as you are under 20%, there is no mortgage insurance. So that's a good thing to know. FHA. second best used loan after conventional. It is used because it is government-backed loan. It's not bank loan, but it is government-backed loan. What it means is it cuts allowances for your credit score or your income and your reserve. They will take lower credit score, minimum is 580, but if you have 620 FICO score, you are still qualified. And 620 actually is really good for FHA. So that's good news. What about the reserve? They don't care about reserve. If you don't have any reserve, it is quite okay. FHA loans is government-backed loan. Minimum score requirement is 620, but they can go as low as 580 score. It does not require any reserve in the bank. It does not require, and it is the debt to income ratio for that loan is pretty high. Is there a mortgage insurance? Yes, because it is mainly considered for low income people. It asks you for an upfront MIP, and upfront MIP is almost a little bit down than 2%, but that can be rolled into your loan. But there is a monthly MI, and that also is a very low percentage. For conventional loan, I told you the MIP was 1.87. This can be as low as 0.55%. So it is a very doable. And if you do not qualify with conventional, never feel stress about it, because you can always refinance when your things improve and go to conventional loan. But if your rate is lower, you may not want to do it. So that's a benefit. The fourth common loan, which is a veteran loan, which is called VA loan. Not every bank does it. There are very big major bank will do it. And there is a veteran special mortgage broker. I think there are several of them, and you can use that. What do you need for that? You need a VA status and an honorable discharge, which is called DD 214 form. You have to submit. You can buy one property, and while you have that previous loan, maybe you can buy second property, and it's a great loan if you have veteran status with honorable discharge. So you can pay zero down payment, zero reserve, and no mortgage insurance. So it is best loan. I tell anybody, when you want to save the money, you can go for 0% down payment. Literally, you have to pay zero. The closing cost is also very, very reasonable. So here is, in summary, I have talked about 4 loans. I will be discussing in my next video, the part 2 video of this will be other types of loan, which is for refinancing, construction loan, bridge loan, and USDA loan, okay?